Alright guys, so today I'm just going to start off by going straight into the trick. So at this point all I'm going to have you do is pick any random card from this deck. So at this point I'm just going to riffle down the side of the deck like this. You say stop and that's going to be where your card is. So let's say we go through, you say stop here. It doesn't really matter. It's a completely random card and I'm going to show it to you just the camera so this way I can't actually see it. So in this case this is going to be your card. I'll leave that off to the corner. And all I'm going to do now is just break the deck off into 3 portions, and if you were here, I'd obviously let you cut it up. In this case, I'll just make these 3 piles, and I'll take 1 card off the top of each packet like this. And now, the only thing that we're really worried about here is actually the value. So in this case, we have a 6, an ace is worth 1, and a 5 is just going to be worth a 5, obviously. So if you're here, I would let you choose to keep the 6 or change it. So in this case, let's say you want to keep it. So all I'm going to do is take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then deal 1 to each packet like this. And then with the ace, let's say you want to change that card. You could pick any card from this packet and you can swap it out. So let's say you pick this card, we'll put the ace back in. This is going to be your new card. In this case, we have a 3, so we'll take 1, 2, 3, deal 1 to each packet, and then we'll do the same thing with the last packet. So we'll take it, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then deal 1 to each packet like this. And now at this point obviously you can see that these were just 3 completely random piles, and all I want to do is mix them up even more like this. This way you know these are just completely random packets. So I'll go through each packet, we'll get a good mix up. And remember guys, like I said, if you were here I'd let you cut up the deck so you guys know these are 3 random piles and those are 3 random value cards that I had you deal down the deck with. Now at this point, as you can see, I have 3 piles, and all I want to do is snap my fingers, and on the top of each pile you should have a full set of 9. So this is leading me to believe that your card is actually the 9 of hearts. So this is the trick guys, hope you guys like it, and if you want to learn how to do it, don't forget to stick around for the tutorial. Alright, so before I get into the tutorial, I'm just going to say a few things. I know a lot of you guys in the comments have just been saying that you don't want a self-working card trick, more of like an impromptu, kind of like more advanced. So don't worry, that's going to be coming, but I just wanted to upload this one because this is actually one of my more favorite tricks. So anyways, to start off, this is how the setup is going to go. So the first thing I want to do is take a 4 of a kind, so it can be any 4 of a kind that you want. In this case, I just chose the 9s because they're just kind of random. So you take 3 of those cards and you leave that on top, and then what you want to do is take any 3 random cards, put those on top of the 3 9s, and then you have to have 1 5 and then the last card of the 4 of a kind, and you leave that on top. So that's your setup from the top. Okay, so you have the 9, the 5, the 3 random cards, and then the other 3 9s down below. So that's it. You can do any like false shuffles you want or anything. In the beginning of the trick I just did a false cut, and I'll leave a link on the screen for that one. But anyways, you can really do whatever you want. But the main thing here is that when you go up to spectators, you want to force the top card on them. You can do anything you want, but I just did a slip force. So basically, I'm not going to go in detail about this because it's very simple. So you just hold your 3 fingers on the top of the card, and then you have your index here putting pressure on the deck, and you just riffle down, and wherever they say stop, you're just picking up the cards and maintaining grip with these 3 cards on the top card like that, and you peel out the deck and you slide off the top card and you give it to them. So in this case, they have their card. It is the 9 of clubs. You don't really want the spectator to know that you actually already know their card, so just make sure they have the card and they can put it and hold it in their hands or something, so this way they think that you don't know what it is. And at this point you can have the spectator cut up the deck. So let's say you have them cut up the deck like this into 3 equal piles like this or so. And now at this point what you want to do is just take the cards left to right. So you take the first card off of each pile. It's going to be random except for this last pile. As you can see, you have the 5 here. So with these 3 cards, you want to make sure that you know the value of each jack, queen, or king is a 10, and then the value of aces are 1. So from here it's really simple. So in this case you can have the spectators change the first 2 cards, but you need this 5 at the end. So let's go left to right. So you start with the card opposite of the 5, and let's say they stick with the jack. So you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You deal those cards down, and then you deal 1 to each packet, and you set the rest of the deck on top. And now with the next pack, you do the same thing. So let's say they just keep the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 to each packet like this. Set the rest on top. And now from here, they really can't change the 5 because you need to have 5 cards dealt down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 to each packet like this. Set it on top. Now at this point, you can just get rid of these cards. Just put them off the side, and now from here you can actually reveal the trick if you want to. So you have the 4th 9 here. You can flip over all these cards if you want, but in the performance what I did was I took each individual packet and I just slid down the first card with an overhand shuffle and then continued shuffling up the deck like this, and then I just brought the card all the way back up to the top just like that. So it's really simple card control. You can do that if you want, and you go through and you do that with every single packet, and then at the end you can just snap your fingers and show the spectators that every single packet on top has a 9, and you can look at them and you can see that the only one missing is the 9 of clubs. So this is a trick. I hope you guys like it, and as always, thanks for watching.